So I'm currently on my way to Warsaw, a business trip where I will be editing on set for a client, and I have a 3-bag setup. One is the Bellroy Carry-On, which I have to check in because all of my gear that is inside the new Firo Sita backpack is so heavy that I wasn't able to kind of make it useful or make it go past being a personal bag. And my personal bag is this sling bag from Alpaca, the Flight Sling, the 2-liter version, not the Pro version. And because these 3 bags on this whole trip is going to be very interesting, I'm going to split up this video into multiple parts, probably either 2 for my carry-on bags and then my check-in bag, or into 3 parts. I don't know yet, so don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss all of the videos. Again, this will be a business trip for, so this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days. I'm going to be there. I will be on set for 3 days. And yeah, again, I have my complete editing setup with me, which made the Firo Sita very heavy. And I will vlog everything. I will check in the Bellroy Carry-On bag in just a second. And yeah, I will take you along the ride. Alright, so let's take a look at my Bellroy Carry-On bag. This actually has received a couple of scuffs that it didn't have before. Here's a little bit of a red scuff, some scuffs here and here. That is to be expected with a bag of this color. So this is the chalk color, and it is to be expected that this will show all of the scuff marks. However, I always opt for bags that have, let's say, an unusual color, because that way I can see them much more easier when they are on the luggage belt, or maybe if someone is running away with it, or sometimes people take all of the bags off the luggage belt and put them into a pile. I will see my bags right away, and that is why I chose this chalk color. And honestly, with a travel bag, especially a hardshell bag, I want patina, I want scratches, I want that it shows where it has been. Let me just turn this to the side. Here are some scuff marks. The rubber has some scuffs here as well. And here, wow, there is a big scuff mark. So it was kind of mistreated on the way here to Poland. All of these marks weren't there when I left. So I know that this is from this trip. So yeah, Poland and Hamburg, what's up with you? Did you throw around my bag? So opening up this bag now. Unfortunately, this hotel room has these shelves, so I can actually do a top-down shot. So this is really cool. So the beauty of this bag, not only has it this regular layout where on one side you have a big area for all of your clothing, but more importantly, underneath this jacket here, that I can just throw away, you have internal packing cubes. This is what made this bag such a game changer, in air quotes, for me as a equipment roller, because not only could I put some of packing cubes here, but I also am rest assured all of my tech can be organized and sorted away really easily in these internal packing cubes that are secured with this hook and loops. But more importantly, if I don't want them, I can just take them out. So let's start with this top part. That's a smaller one. Some tissues. It is hot. A fan that I need to cool my laptop. The USB-C power brick from AOE. Really love this one. This is a 140 GAN charger with 2 USB-C excuse me, and USB-A output. Really love this one. It is a heavy and chunky one, so I didn't put that into my other bag, but this has been really good. By the way, all of these items, like always, will be linked below. Those are affiliate links. With those you won't pay more, but you will support this channel with a small kickback of that sale, and if you do so, thank you very much. So that's all, just a few basic items that are stored in here. Then in the back, in one of these channels, I have my neck stand, laptop stand, so that I can elevate my MacBook Pro. That is in my other bag when I'm editing, really important. Some protein bars also hidden here in this channel, so I can utilize as much space as possible. Then I have one gravel Dopp kit, the small one, because I wanted to carry a razor. And I initially thought that I put one of the Dopp kits in my carry-on bag, but I opted not to, so that's why I have two Dopp kits. Yeah, don't ask me. It was in the heat of the moment I chose to carry two Dopp kits. Then here's the other gravel Dopp kit that is actually my Dopp kit with all of my bottles, gravel bottles, Muji bottles, everything that I need. Yes, I know many of you will say, hey, in the hotel room there are shower gels and stuff like that. But I have dry skin, not only on my body, but also on my head. And if I don't use Head and Shoulders, for example, and don't use my body lotion that I usually use, I just kind of dry up. I need to have my own stuff, and that's why I always bring a Dopp kit. But if you don't have dry skin, feel free to just use the hotel stuff. Magnesium, and I actually take creatine. Creatine is not only good for your muscles, but also the older you get, the more likely, or it is just a biological thing, that there is muscle loss. And creatine basically helps me not necessarily to gain muscle, but to maintain my muscle mass. And also there have been studies that it is really good for your cognitive abilities, and especially when you're traveling, it's really important. So I take my creatine. I always bring it in this bottle that is saying it's creatine, because I don't want to get into the situation where people ask, hey, what's this white powder? So people know that this creatine. Magnesium, I actually have to take one magnesium that's in there. Let's open up this one. In here I have one pair of pants, so I brought two pair of pants, one that I'm wearing and another one here in the back. Let's throw it there. And then what I did notice is my Able Carry packing cubes fit perfectly inside this main compartment. Yes, you don't need to use packing cubes, but I feel it keeps everything so much more organized, and more importantly, I can just take this out like so and put this into the closet of the hotel. Instead of taking everything out, I just can keep it in this cube, put that into the closet, keep everything organized yet outside of the bag. So the first one is a dress shirt, two sweaters, clothing to sleep in, so very neatly. It's really important that when you use packing cubes, I would really recommend to fold them up neatly to prevent any creases, or if you have t-shirts that I can show you in this one, you Ranger roll them, but you also need to do it very neatly so that it doesn't kind of create wrinkles. And the beauty of these packing cubes from Able Carry is you can compress them if you want, but with this zipper, and make them either smaller, or if it's really soft items, I wasn't able to do it with these items. You put everything in and then you compress it, and then you make basically the packing cube much smaller. I wasn't able to do that with this pack load or this loadout. And more importantly, on the other side, you have a separate pocket where you can basically put either more items, or what I like to use, sometimes separate dirty clothing from other clothing. So for example, with the smaller one, this other side will be used for used underwear or used socks. And I really like this packing cube. These two, this is the big one, the middle one. The smaller one I actually also used, but for a completely different purpose. So don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss my Firo Sita backpack review, where I utilized the smallest packing cube from Able Carry for something completely different. Then the middle one has t-shirts. These I didn't roll up because these are my sleeping shirts, but here you can see here I did some Ranger rolling for the shirts that I use when I'm working, underwear, socks, and honestly, usually like to bring a little bit more when it comes down to socks and underwear, but when it comes down to t-shirts, because I either wear technical stuff like the video you've seen a couple of days ago from Graphene that has the same properties as merino wool, meaning it's antibacterial, temperature regulating, moisture wicking, and fast drying. That makes those shirts, just like merino wool, the perfect shirts for traveling. Underneath this sweater, I actually wear the shirts from Wolf & Goat that is made out of bamboo. Check out the video in my feed as well. I will maybe link it up here. Those are made out of bamboo. These shirts, be it either from Graphene-X, merino wool, or bamboo, in my humble opinion, are the best travel shirts. For me at the moment, Graphene-X and the Wolven Gold shirts made out of bamboo are my favorite because they have all of these properties: antibacterial, fast drying. This was really important because I was sweating when I was running over the airport, and the Wolven Gold shirt got moist, and I didn't want to sit like in wet clothing. If it would have been cotton, it would have taken so long to kind of dry out. But this dried out so fast, it wicked away all of that heat, and more importantly, when I was in the airplane, it kept me warm. And that is why I love these shirts. And more importantly, they don't smell, or not as fast as cotton. So I'm pretty much sure when I hang this out to air a little bit, I can wear it tomorrow anyways, without anyone kind of thinking, oh, who's smelling here? So Graphene-X and Wolven Gold, really good fabric, just like merino wool. Merino wool has the same properties, but opposed or compared to merino wool, the graphene shirt and the bamboo shirt don't start pilling as fast, and more importantly, some merino wool shirts can start be a little bit itchy for some people. So these two shirts, my personal travel essentials, and because of their features, I can carry them basically for traveling, and I don't need to bring one shirt for every single day as I used to have to with cotton shirts. So yeah, again, these Able Carry packing cubes, really good. Don't forget to subscribe so you see the other packing cube, how I utilize that. And that's basically everything that I have inside this Bellroy Carry-On bag. As you can see here, although it's a carry-on size, I'm able to fit so much stuff, be it clothing for traveling or, as you've seen in my older video, equipment. And yeah, I really like this bag. The rollers were really good. Honestly, I would have loved if these rollers had just like the Air carry-on luggage stop brake function for the rollers. But other than that, I love this. And honestly, if I had to decide between the brake for the rollers or these internal packing cubes, I would rather go with the internal packing cubes, to be honest. That is not to say the one from Air is bad, but if I had to juggle or choose between these two features, internal packing cubes all the way. Really good. Love this. So yeah, highly recommend this carry-on bag. One caveat. I also own the Bellroy Light carry-on roller, which is the Softshell version of this. And you need to be aware of the weight limitations for carry-on bags. Every Hardshell carry-on luggage has the benefit, obviously, of being very easily to stow away because it's Hardshell. It has a specific boxy shape. It makes it easy to stow away. It makes it easier to roll because of the fold rollers. Everything is really safe inside the Hardshell. But Hardshell, it has its own weight. So those I don't know what the weight is of this bag. I think empty it's like 2 kilos, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. It definitely has a little bit more weight than a Softshell. For example, the Bellroy Softshell is around 1 kilo. So that 1 kilogram difference, or potentially even more, is so much more luggage. And you really need to keep in mind that when you decide on getting carry-on, it will kind of eat into the weight capacity that you are allowed to carry with you. So keep that really in mind. That is very important. So yeah, maybe check out that video. I will link it in just a second. If you have any questions about any of these items, comment below. Again, all of these are linked below as affiliate links, and maybe check out the Bellroy Softshell luggage carry-on video up here. YouTube thinks they like the video down here, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. That way we see each other in the next video. Thank you very much.